So in this HubSpot team management tutorial, I'm going to cover how you can add, delete, edit, and modify user in HubSpot. We'll also touch how you can utilize the save roles in HubSpot. This is super important, especially if you want to, let's say, add a freelance developer to work on your website. So yeah, I'm going to share my screen, but before I jump into my computer, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to receive new videos from us related to HubSpot. Now I'm going to share my screen. Without further ado, 1, 2, 3. First, you need to log into the Hubspot backend. Simply go to this link and then you put in your credentials, and I'm going to choose my Gmail as my connected credentials, and let's just use this demo in here. And then normally this is the default dashboard that you will see in HubSpot when you sign in. All you need to do is just click this gear icon at the top, go into the sidebar area and look for the user and teams. So on the users and teams section, you can see these 3 tabs in here called users, teams, and roles. For the users, you can see all of the registered users that is added by the owner. So if you want to add a user there, you can just simply click this create a user, then you put in the email address in here. And by the way, you can also add multiple users. If you don't want to manually input the email addresses, you can use the CSV file format to add multiple users in HubSpot. Yeah, so hit the next, and then this save default roles is super important, super helpful versus on creating from scratch or using your custom role. So HubSpot already configure a role that the company normally needs. So standard roles, these are like the features that they can get, but let's say I want to add a developer, so you can choose the CMS developer area. So the CMS developer can access the forms, files, everything really related about the theme development. HubSpot already configured that for you. You don't need to recreate from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to choose here dev or CMS developer. Click the create and next, and then click the next, and then you can also deselect the don't send an email, but I still recommend to keep that unchecked so they will receive a notification if they get invited to your account. And then you click the send section. Okay, you can also copy this invite link and send it to them in case they haven't received an email from HubSpot, because normally it just landed into a spam folder. So in case if that happens, then you just need to click this invite link in here. Okay, now I'm going to click this as done, and let's jump into the teams section. Now teams section is basically the department. Like, let's say you have a tech department and maybe you also want to create a sales department, so you can just put that like that. So there, and save. So in the users, if you want to categorize this person, maybe this one is for, I'll just pretend that this is for sales, click the edit, and then on the actions area, you can have here and then assign as a sales department, click apply and click save. So basically it's just for a category or department filtering. For the roles as well, this normally came up if you really have a specific or maybe a unique niche that a freelancer or your team member should be only doing. But I really don't recommend this unless the accessibility of that certain person is super niche. So if the user doesn't fall to any of the default roles that HubSpot created, then you can create your custom roles by going to the roles tab and click just create role. So for the create role, you can, let's say, just VP or something, and then you can have some options in here to just, check some of the features that you only want that person to access. That's basically how you can add and manipulate the users in your HubSpot account. And again, I'm your host and a front-end developer at FThemes.